Today we're going to be talking about passwords, and we use passwords a lot, so we need to know how to make a strong password. So one of the things that we need to be talking about is where do we use them? So where are some different places that you can use your passwords? So I want you to kind of think about that, ponder it for a few moments, and just think to yourself. All right, so some of the places that we can use our passwords are, we use them on Google all the time. If you open online banking, you will have some passwords there. Anytime you're going to shopping, if you have like Netflix or Hulu, there's passwords there. So passwords are all over our life. We have passwords everywhere. Question of the day. What is the most common password? Any guesses? I'm going to let you think about that for a second. So the most common password is actually the word password words. So what makes this password a bad password? Well, it is super easy to break. So when hackers are going in and they're looking for what they can do, they're going to try password first, then they're going to try 1, 2, 3 to see if you've actually changed a password to make it better. So there are some things that we can do when we are looking to make our passwords better and stronger. So one of the things we can do is share your password only with your parents. So nobody else. You should not give your friends your password, because if you give your friends your password, what happens if they're not your friend anymore? So for example, the friends that I was friends with in middle school were not my high school friends. So by the time we hit high school, actually by the time we were sophomores, I was no longer friends with those people that I hung out with in middle school. So if they had my passwords, they could do some bad things. You want to create a password that's at least 8 characters long. The more characters, the harder it is for a hacker to break. There are computer programs out there running all the time, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, trying to break passwords. They just write a little program. So the more characters, the harder it is to break. If you use a combination of letters, numbers, and symbols, so mix them up, that will make it harder to break your password. And change your password regularly. Okay, I'm really bad at this. We have to change our password all the time for our, what do I want to call it? Where we put our grades in. So we have to change that password all the time. But some of my other ones, I might just change them back and forth. So here are some things that you don't want to do. Don't give your password to anyone, not even your friends. We talked about that one. Use your passwords that are easy to guess. So don't guess those, like names of your dogs, your favorite color, things like that. If they're easy to guess, your birthday, please don't do that. Don't use private information in your password, which would be your birthday, your full name, things like that. And also, don't use a word that's in the dictionary. You can use a word in the dictionary, but you're going to want to do a little something different with it. But here is today's task. Today's task in Google Classroom, you will find a document that says making good passwords. So it's going to have common names on there. For instance, 1, 2, 3, 4. Like, how do you make that a better password? What can you do to make it better? So make sure that I can kind of tell what word it was, but you're going to make it a better task. So let's see. Your document's going to look like this. So the word monkey, how could I make monkey a better password? What would make it a better password? First off, it's sitting there with 6 letters, okay? So I want to make monkey a better password, but I still want to be able to recognize sort of the word monkey. So what are some things that I can change in the word monkey to make it better? Then you're going to go, and there is actually a fun little thing. How secure is your password? So you'll just type in a password and see it will tell you if it's weak or if it's strong or whatever. So that is what is going on today. We're talking about passwords. How do we make them better? If you have any questions, just let me know.